Hola y bienvenido al FC Barcelona, which apparently in Spanish translates to hello and welcome to FC Barcelona. Apparently, anyway, I've probably completely butchered that. But hello, guys, and welcome to FM21 here on Reesy FC. My name is Dan. If you haven't seen any of my videos before, welcome over, and you're starting fresh with a fantastic new save we've got here for the FM21 Beta, which is the Barcelona Rebuild, which, funny enough, is about rebuilding Barcelona. Apparently, though, Barcelona don't have a lot of money, which a lot of clubs don't because of COVID at the moment. I'm guessing that's why in-game, but it is going to be a challenge. Apparently, the transfer budget is about 9 million, I'm hearing. I've not actually got into the game yet, but apparently it is about £9 million, which I don't know how much business we're going to actually be able to do with that kind of money. So we're probably going to have to sell some key players to produce funds to bring in some players that we want to bring in here at Barcelona, because it wouldn't be a Barcelona rebuild if I didn't sign some players, would it, and ship some out. So I think that's what we're going to have to do. But yes, so guys, welcome to the save. I mean, what you might be asking, why the Barcelona rebuild? Well, to be honest, they quite frankly needed it. They finished runners-up in La Liga last year. They got to the Champions League semi-final, but of course they lost appallingly to Bayern Munich that evening, 8-2, which quite incredible, really, isn't it? But that is what happened. No one saw that coming, especially me. I didn't see it at all. And literally from that moment, I decided, what a fantastic save idea for the beta. Beta, how do you say it? I pronounce it beta, but again, that's wrong in some people's eyes, but I pronounce it beta. So that's how I'm going to keep pronouncing it, as the FM21 Beta. So Barcelona have, as you would have seen in the intro, and of course, if you like football and Football Manager, you're here, so you all know, Barcelona have always had world-class players. I mean, me growing up, there was Ronaldo was there, Rivaldo, the Brazilian Ronaldo that is, Rivaldo was there, Ronaldinho. I actually saw one of Ronaldinho's first ever games for Barcelona live. It was, believe it or not, a pre-season friendly at my beloved Leicester City. Barcelona were doing a tour over here. I think his first game for them was against Manchester City, and then the second game was at Leicester. Of course, they were pre-season friendlies, non-competitive games, but it was cool to see him in the flesh. They've had Deco, they've had Kluivert, most recently had Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez, lots of players coming through now. Ansu Fati looks a real talent, doesn't he? He is certainly one we'll be looking to build the squad around. Him and Frankie de Jong that are here as well. So there are some real good talent here. We just need to add a few bits to the jigsaw to piece Barcelona back together again and make them challenge for La Liga and the Champions League as well. We're going to be doing probably one season here, but if it goes well, and if we've got a couple of weeks till the new game, and we'll be looking to maybe do two seasons. There we go, got the words out in the end. We'll be looking to do 2 seasons here. Certainly one, if not 2, if we do have the time. And then we'll be jumping straight into the full game with my new full game saves. And I won't bore you with that one. If you do want to see what my plans are, head over to this video right here, and you will be able to see my save ideas and what's coming up in the next few months here on Football Manager 2021. So without further ado, let's get into the game. So here we are. Here's confirmation that Barcelona have hired Dan Rees, which is me, as the manager of Barcelona. I have put pen to a 3-year deal at Barcelona, which we're probably not going to be able to reach the end of that contract because of the time frame, or unless I do really poorly, which is a strong possibility, I might add. If you start off poorly at these big clubs, I could be sacked before the launch of the full game, and that would be quite embarrassing, wouldn't it? I'd have to quickly think of a backup beta series to bring you. I might as well quit Football Manager there and then and creating content if that does happen, because surely we won't get sacked at Barcelona. I say that, surely, but we all saw what happened to them at the end of last season. So we've put pen to paper on a 3-year deal worth £150,000, and let's see how it goes. Let's see what I got in store for us. So as we know, club history, they've won lots and lots of trophies. You saw some of that back in the intro. The intro. Vintro's a new one. Video intro. Vintro. That's a good one to go with. So they're welcoming us to Barcelona. Lots of trophies, as we can see. The upcoming season. Why does it say upcoming season, but last season? Not quite sure why it says that. Maybe it's saying this year we'll be playing in the First Division and the Champions Cup, which of course is La Liga and the Champions League. Of course, there's no point loading all the correct names for these competitions and the logos of the clubs and whatnot. It's the beta version. It's what it's all about. It's about finding bugs, really, and working out some of the new aspects of the game, so I'm not going to bother with that one. Yeah, and look how big the club is. They've got superb training facilities, state-of-the-art youth facilities, exceptional youth recruitment as well, so we should have some real quality young players in the depths at the club as well. And as I said, lots and lots of trophies here. Reputation as a 5-star club. We are predicted to finish first, which is interesting. Did they watch the end of last season? Our best 11, apparently, they like to play the 4-2-3-1. So, interesting. I had a lot of success with that tactic at Blackburn Rovers in the Sleeping Giant save. If you didn't watch that, go back and watch it. But I'm sure there's not a lot of interest in it now. The new game is here. I won't be too fussed if you don't watch it. But if you fancy it, go and watch it. So there are some players here: to Sturgeon, Jordi Alba, Lenglet, Piqué, Sergio Roberto, Pjanic, Sergio Busquets, Griezmann, Coutinho, Messi, and Ansu Fati. So there's a real mixture of there's some youth there, there's some experience there. It's actually a nice blend. There's not. When you look at that side, you think there's nothing to change, Dan. Why are you doing a Barcelona rebuild? I would like to say a rebuild doesn't mean I'm going to completely strip out that first 11. I'm going to do what a manager would come in and do. You'd identify the good players, the deadwood, and you'd move the deadwood out and the players you don't think are going to bring anything to your style of play or whatnot, or to the club in general, and you'll bring in players that will bring something to your style of play and will suit your tactical ideas, I guess. We're going to have a look at that, but first of all, before we do that, the club president has outlined the club vision for us. So they want us to play attacking football, great stuff. Play possession football, great stuff. Sign high reputation players, which of course that's preferred, and yeah, absolutely, that's what we want to do. It's going to be a bit hard with little money though. Again, I've heard it's around 9-10 million, but we'll see how much it is, how much money we are actually going to get. They want us to develop players using the club's youth system, which we'll try. If we're only doing one season though, we're not really going to dive too much into that one. So the 5-year plan ongoing is to maintain the best youth system in the world, maintain the club's status as the most reputable team in Spain, and work within the wage budget, which is a normal one. It's on every single club vision, work within the wage budget. End of this season, they want us to win La Liga. The Super Cup's not important to them, and they want us to reach the Champions League semi-final as a minimum. So they're not asking for too much, are they? However, we are at FC Barcelona, and that, of course, is what it is expected at this club. And then moving on, they want us to continue to win the first division, which of course is La Liga, and my contract expires on the following season. So they've not said anything about the Champions Cup or the Super Cup there, just continue winning the La Liga, which of course that's what we want to do in this first season. We want to build a squad capable of doing that. So this intra-squad friendly, now they did put a tweet out saying they had got rid of that. Hopefully we can make that. They said you can play the youth teams. Hopefully that is a thing and we can choose to play the youth team rather than the intra-squad friendly. I mean, we won't show that in this episode, but it'll be handy to do that. It'll be nice to do that rather than these intra-squad friendlies. Next thing to look at is creating the tactics. So here we go. We've got apparently the preferred tactic style is gegenpress, tiki-taka, and vertical tiki-taka. We'll go with the gegenpress. Why not? Because they like the 4-2-3-1 by looks of it. Positive mentality, the usual stuff really. Nothing has really changed there for the main tactic. We are going to go for the 4-2-3-1 because that is the recommended one, and that is what our first 11 did line up as. So let's have a look here. So attacking width narrow. Do we want wide, standard, or narrow? I'd probably rather narrow, to be honest. Actually, to be honest, with that kind of lineup, we'll go standard. See how it goes. I certainly want a positive mentality on that as well. That's first thing to fix. Play out of defence. Yes, absolutely. We are going to hit early crosses into the box. Whoever's in there, we're going to whip the crosses in, so there'll be a mixture of low and, deliver balls with pace basically, so whoever's in there can latch on. So we're going to play with an extremely high tempo. We're actually going to play higher tempo, not extremely high, and I think that may be it for in possession. In transition, however, counter press and counter, absolutely we want to do that from any tactic we have really. We're going to carry on with the distribute centre backs as well, and then play out from the back because that's what we want to do. We're going to take short kicks, obviously. And outer possession, higher defensive line, maybe we're going to drop that to standard. In fact, we'll keep it on higher, and then it depends on the opposition, really. If they've got speedy forwards that can beat that higher defensive line, and we'll adapt that to the opposition. We'll play much higher line of engagement as well. I think, I mean, I've not really changed much at all there for the gegenpress, but we'll develop it over pre-season to suit us, and I'll just gauge it over pre-season really, and then I'll let you know if we do make any tactical changes. But here, if we have a look then, currently, if we did a quick pick, this would be our current team. So Neto in goal, that indicates to me to Sturgeon's got an injury, which he has, and Samuel Umtiti as well. So that is not good. Torn knee ligaments and expected to be out for 3 to 4 months. You probably can't see it because my face is over it, but that is what it says there. That is not good for us. Samuel Umtiti is also out with torn knee ligaments as well, 5 weeks to 2 months. Already injury problems here at Barcelona, so not great as well. So we got, here is the 11 again: Neto, Elbow, Lenglet, PK, Roberto, Pjanic, De Jong, who we want to probably look to build the team around, because look at his attributes, fantastic. 16 dribbling, 17 first touch, 16 passing, 16 technique. The teamwork and vision's fantastic. He is a real player at 23 years old. He's only valued at 50 million, which is nuts, but he is certainly someone we will be looking to build the team around for sure. Pjanic in there as well is a good player. Coutinho, how old is he now? 28. So I actually thought Coutinho was older than that. Again, if he looks like a player we don't really want to get rid of, then and it could be useful to us, we won't look to get rid of him. He is going to be, if he's going to do something for us, then we might as well keep him. But again, I'm going to gauge this over pre-season. He could be a player. He's 28 years old. He's valued at £57 million, £400,000 a week. He could be a player to get off the wage bill, produce some transfer funds, and look to bring in somebody in another position. With that in mind as well, Griezmann up top. Let's have a look at Griezmann. Again, fantastic attributes. 18 finishing, 17 dribbling, a lot of flair off the ball, work rate's good, vision's great, technique is great. He is a real player as well. Again, he's 29 years old though, so he's in his prime years. Could he be someone that we could utilise? Could he be someone that we could get rid of? If we sold him for around 70 million, let's say, probably get more for him maybe. If we sold Coutinho for around 60 million straight away, we are getting ourselves 130 million pounds to play with, and that could get you, I don't know, a very good player to come into the side. That being said, let's have a look at the team report. I like to do this with all my teams that I manage on Football Manager. I constantly look at this, as you well know. Look at that. Lionel Messi apparently can play everywhere. Best striker, best attacking midfield, right attacking midfielder, best attacking central midfielder. He's the best central midfielder on both sides, left and the right. He's just a machine. He's probably the best defender. No, he's not. But let's have a quick look anyway. So Messi is the best there. We won't play him up front. I'm guessing we will play him out on the right. Griezmann and Ansu Fati. Ansu Fati, we know all about him, don't we? Look, potential possibly to be a 5-star. He was fantastic on Football Manager 20, so I'm expecting nothing less. He's another one I'll probably look to build a team around as well here at Barcelona. He's only 17 years old. It's crazy. So Coutinho's looking good as well. He's the best left midfielder at the club. Second best attacking midfielder behind Messi, which to me makes him the best one. And we've got a bit of depth there. Then Coutinho, Griezmann, Messi can all play in them areas. Fati as well is in the mix up top. I thought Fati could play out on the wings. Maybe that's changed. Apparently he can play out there as well, so which is fantastic for us. Let's have a look into the midfield role. Busquets, Pjanic, De Jong, Coutinho can also play in there as well. That's a fantastic three, isn't it? Busquets, Pjanic and De Jong. How old is Sergio Busquets? He's 32. He's a fantastic player, but is he one that we could ship out? Next season, if we're here, if we make it to another season, he's going to be 33. Perhaps this is a player we could look to offload, but I won't make any rash decisions yet. We'll gradually do it over the pre-season, but he's certainly someone we could look to remove from the squad. And let's have a look down here. Jordi Alba at left back. How old is Jordi Alba? 31 as well. Again, an aging player, so that could be potential. We can bring in a young upcoming wing back there to replace Jordi Alba maybe. Sergio Roberto on the right again. There's not a great right wing back at the club, so that's an area I will certainly be looking to bring somebody in. He's worth £35 million, so again, maybe he could be someone we could sell. There's potential for us to sell some players and make some real hard cash. I think that's what we're going to do. And in fact, after this screen, we'll have a look. So PK De Jong can play in here as well, Lenglet and TT. So the centre backs are looking okay, but there's not too much depth there for my liking. And let's have a quick look at the current ability in this area. This gives you a good idea of what we've got in strength of depth. So everywhere there is a great player, at least one. In fact, there's at least two everywhere, apart from down the right-hand side, where right midfield, wing back, and the right defender, there's no great players there. So that is certainly an area we need to improve, in my opinion. We've got a lot of good midfielders, according to this, strikers as well. So it looks like the defence is what we're going to look at, and of course we might have to look at a goalkeeper as well. If Tsurgan's out for about 3 or 4 months, whatever I said earlier, that might be something to look at as well. Let's head across to the finance screen. So there we go, I was right. Just over £9 million is the transfer budget. Maybe that will change, I don't know. Maybe as we progress through this pre-season, the budgets might up. At the minute, it doesn't look like it. We are currently spending 4,600,000 on wages as well, and we've only got 40 grand left to spare as well. So we are tight on money. There's only £64 million in the bank here at Barcelona, so there is certainly some things to do with the squad to generate funds. Here is a little overview of the injury update here at Barcelona, and there's confirmation to Sturgeon, torn knee ligaments, out for 3 to 4 months. Samuel Umtiti, torn knee ligaments as well. He's currently seeing a specialist at 5 weeks to 2 months. He's been out for 5 weeks so far. And if we have a look as well, apparently recurring injuries, Pjanic gets pulled ankle ligaments as well. He's had one occurrence to that. He's fine at the moment, but that's something to look out for. Samuel Umtiti as well has damaged knee cartilage. That could be worrying. Maybe Samuel Umtiti, I mean, he's not old, is he? He's 26, and maybe he's someone we could look at replacing. He's only a 3-star ability. We could possibly bring someone in. If he's going to be very injury prone for us, it might be worth us looking to replace Samuel Umtiti. However, I don't think, looking at our funds and looking at the squad overall, I don't think that's one to be on the main priority list of replacing at the moment. So I've been having a little bit more of a look at the squad, and I have actually generated an unwanted list here, and we're going to try and sell all of these players for their value and generate a little bit of transfer budget, hopefully around 100 million. So we are going to look to offload Martin Braithwaite. Never going to use him. Get the wage bill down. Get some cash in for him as well, around £12 million. Carlos Elena as well, worth around just under £5 million. Hopefully we can get rid of him as well. I have reluctantly, because I really like him. I mean, I was really contemplating about putting Jordi Alba on this list, and I was thinking, what is a Barcelona rebuild if I don't get rid of some of the old players? So Jordi Alba is also on the list. I mean, he's 30 odd years old, isn't he? How old is he? 31 years old. So if we can get 33.5 million for him, I think that's a good deal for Barca. Sergi Roberto as well is another one, 28 years old. I mean, he's not the oldest, but he's not the best either. I think there's better out there. We are currently scouting for another attacking right wing back, so hopefully we can get some funds in for him and get in a better right back as well. We also need to look at left back now that I've decided to get rid of Jordi Alba. Samuel Umtiti as well. I mean, it's not, as I said, it's not a priority to replace him and get rid of him. However, his injuries do worry me. So if we do get someone does stump up 23 million for him, we get £210,000 off the wage bill, get around 23 million for him, and should be good. He's 3-star current ability and 3-star potential ability, so he's not really changing anytime soon. But let's have a look. Let's move a little bit further in the game now, shall we? We're still on the first day of the job, and I'm already getting rid of 5 players. We'll get some friendlies in, and we will progress in with players we're scouting and looking to bring into the club, and I'll update you as we go along. We haven't really progressed at all. We're still on the same day, but I thought I'd show you this. It is the first meeting with the players. Of course, it is a new interface. You might have seen this, but I thought I'd show you anyway. So here we've got all the players and little bubbles as well, so you can see them. It's a much better view in my opinion, and let's have a look. I wanted to take the opportunity to introduce myself as a Barcelona manager. Here we go. We can say what we're planning on doing with the team. Everyone seems to be encouraged and agree. Messi has come and said, welcome. I hope as a team we can go on to achieve great things under your management. So do I, Lionel. So do I. So we're going to say to the boys, we're looking to improve maybe the defence. We'll promise to do that. Oh, they didn't like that, did they? I'm not sure that'll really change anything, but if everyone else is happy, by all means go for it. Not great there, is it? So let's have a look at these new gestures as well. So let's have a look. Raise hands with palm facing out to pacify. Let's tell them that I am. Let's say enough promises. I think that's fair to say. Yeah, it's important to get some sensible goals for the season. So, okay. I'm going to say to them I'm very positive that we can win the title this year. They're all satisfied with that, which is fantastic news. We're going to pump fists and tell them that's what we're after. And also maybe latter stages of the Champions League, I think, is best. And they're happy with that. There's no point saying we think we can win it. Let's just go with we want to get to the latter stages like the board want as well. So we're going to say to them, we're going to pump fists, say that's what we're after, and let's do all the code of conduct stuff as well. So let's have a look at the summary then, apparently. So here we go. So our assistant manager comes to us, says, on the whole, I believe the players were happy that you made the offer of some promises, even though I didn't take you up on the offer. The players are also largely happy with the expectations you've laid out. The players seem to be happy with the code of conduct you've helped put together, which I didn't do that. The assistant done it. So it should have said that he's put together. But anyway, your attempt to convince Messi appeared to be very well received. The conversation appeared to have a positive effect on several players' morale. So, great stuff. We've made the players happy. Everything's green. That's good for me. First player is on his way out of Barcelona, and it is Martin Braithwaite. He is about to sign for Zenit St. Petersburg. A lot of interest in him. Wolfsburg, Villareal, PSV Eindhoven and West Ham United. He is leaving the club for £7 million, so that hopefully brings us a little bit of transfer budget. Apparently, the entire £7 million will be added to the transfer budget, which is fantastic, taking it up to a total of £16 million. I suppose it is a step in the right direction. So we finished all of our pre-season games now, and this is how it has gone for us so far. So we played the Barcelona second 11. We beat them 2-1. We beat Besiktas 4-0 in PK's testimonial. It got a bit confusing because there was a kind of scouting meeting about different areas, and then listing up in the players, for example, in the left wing role, Neymar appeared, and I was like, that's a little bit weird. Why is Neymar there? And then I didn't twig until we got to that testimonial that is why they showed him. I thought it was a little bug, and I thought they were showing some old Barcelona players. Fabregas was there as well, Bojan, and so I was a bit like, what on earth is going on? Surely they're not suggesting Fabregas and Bojan to join Barcelona again. We played Hertha Berlin, beat them 3-2. Another testimonial for this time for Busquets. We won 3-0. The biggest test was Bayern Munich, and I suppose we've done better than how Barcelona got on in the quarterfinal of the Champions League. We only conceded 4 in that one, so it was a big game. I think Messi picked up an injury in this one. Was it this game? Yeah, Messi did pick up an injury. He's only out for 6 days, so it wasn't too bad. I was a bit like, oh no, we can't do without Messi for the first game of the season, surely. And of course, we just won 6-3 in the last one as well. But the first game of the season is going to be Villarreal. We didn't go through this. It's a tough start. Villarreal away, Atletico Madrid away as well, before we face Eibar at home, Camp Nou. So it is going to be a tricky one. We're 2 weeks away from the season in game time now, but the friendlies are all done and dusted. In transfer news, nobody has come in. Only Braithwaite is left. We're struggling to offload Alba, Roberto and whoever else I put in the unwanted list too. The only one out was Braithwaite, but one man we are trying to bring in currently is Laporte from Manchester City. It's currently in the contract stage. It's a £13.5 million deal up front. It will eventually go to £43.5 million as well. Yes, it seems cheap. That's because Samuel Umtiti will be going the other way if this deal comes through, but of course he's injured, so I don't know how that's going to quite work. And look at Laporte's attributes there. He'd be phenomenal at our club, wouldn't he? Big improvement on Samuel Umtiti, so it would be fantastic to bring him in. We did try and bring in Ricardo Pereira as well from Leicester. Deal was done with Sergi Roberto going the other way. However, he didn't want to sign for Leicester. I don't know why. Leicester's a great club to play for. Don't know why he didn't want to sign for them, but that's why that deal fell through. So we'll fast track now to the Villarreal game, unless anything else happens. Well, that was quite quick. Something else did happen, and Laporte is about to join Barcelona from Manchester City. As I mentioned, £43.5 million. Samuel Umtiti has agreed terms and has gone the other way, taking a huge chunk. We've only got £2 million left in the transfer budget. We need to get the boys out the door, Alba, Roberto and co. Laporte is a massive, massive signing for us, in my opinion, and he'll slot in nicely next to PK in the centre of our defence. So no more signings, unfortunately, but we have made it to our first game of the season as we take on Villarreal away from home, and they're no mugs. They finished 5th last year in La Liga, so this is going to be a real tough test. However, you might notice one little change is in the mentality. We've gone attacking here. It was really strongly recommended, and it kept being recommended to me by the coaches and the assistant to go attacking, so why not? I don't normally do it from the offset. It's normally positive or balanced, but we'll give it a go. They've been recommending it. They believe it will help us really press them into their own half, get a foothold in the game and take advantage of them, apparently. I don't know what advantage that is at the minute. I don't know too much about Villarreal, but here is the side we've gone with. It's Neto in goal, of course, because Ter Stegen is out. Alba is currently at wing-back. New signing Laporte is in. He is our only signing so far. In my tenure anyway, we have got some new players in the squad in total. PK is playing alongside him. Roberto, of course, we're trying to offload as well with no luck. He is still in the side at the minute. Busquets, De Jong, Griezmann, Coutinho, Messi and Fati. It's a really good side, isn't it, on paper? It is quite hard to try and get rid of some of these players and bring in some new ones. But we can't really bring in new ones, as you know, until we actually get some funds. Hence why Alba and Roberto need to leave the club. But that is the side we have gone with. Pjanic is on the bench. Of course, he's a new signing as well, who I didn't sign. Along with Dest as well. He's also on the bench. I was toying with the idea of playing him. He can also play at left wing back as well. I was toying with the idea of putting him in there ahead of Alba or Roberto, but I opted to keep him on the bench for now and see how it goes. Tactics wise, one little tweak we've made is to work the ball in the box. The hit early crosses with the low crosses, and whipped crosses wasn't really working for us. We kept being prompted to work towards work ball in the box instead, and that's what we're going to start this game with as well. Opposition wise, we have decided to try and press these, prevent the fullbacks coming forward. We're going to press both of them and mark them tightly as well. Ibora, an ex-Leicester man as well, we're going to try and press him because he can really ping a ball. He's a very good player, trust me on that one. And of course as well, we're going to put their right winger. I'm not going to pronounce that. Okay, I will try it. Shukwies, something like that. We're going to try and put him on his weak foot because he can really ping a ball in as well. And Alsacer up front is very good, as we know. We're going to put him on, show him onto his weak foot, and also mark him tightly so he can't get on the ball too much, hopefully. So we're going to proceed with this. We're happy with that team. We're going to submit it. And here we go. This is new as well, this whole briefing thing as you submit a team. So the team instructions, much higher pressing, doesn't suit. A couple of players' stamina. Apparently it says his, but it's 4 players. Well, you're going to have to get used to it, lads. This is the way I want to play for now. There's not too many changes, really, to the way the previous manager had them playing. Everyone else looks pretty happy, though, so we are going to go to the match. I really like this feature as well. I love this team sheet look as well. It feels really official and real. So to the dressing room now, then. Let's have a look. So here's all the new gestures. Look at this. So we are going to say to them, fresh arms in an aggressive manner. Maybe let's not do that. Hands in pockets. We'll go hands on hips, shall we? We are going to say we should be winning this one fairly comfortably. Oh, the assistant recommends that one anyway, so that is what I'm going to do. Put a little bit of pressure on them, why not? They're all looking composed. Let's head across to the kickoff. And we're underway here at Villarreal. So La Liga is underway here. It's taken me a few hours to get this pre-season done. They come really close there. I really like these new graphics. The fans look really cool as well, and I hope you notice as well, I hope you get the feeling from the video, the animation of the players as well, even just kicking the ball, the goalkeepers making saves, it looks phenomenal. Griezmann in the box now, he's won a penalty, hasn't he? Surely it's a penalty. I wonder what VAR is like. Surely, I hope it doesn't overturn that. I wonder if there are any changes to VAR where it doesn't just it's just so predictable. Hopefully they don't overturn that though. This is cool, nice little check-in penalty review animation. Surely it is a penalty. It looked a stonewall penalty in my eyes. Probably didn't need VAR, and VAR does its job. Penalty awarded. Messi is going to take the penalty. You would expect him to score. If we can score in the first 5 minutes, it's a fantastic start. Lionel Messi steps up, strikes into the bottom corner. Lovely start for us. Lionel Messi makes it 1-0 in the Dan Rees era at FC Barcelona. Good penalty for Messi. Poor effort from the keeper. He seemed to just hover in the centre there and then just drop to the floor, but we won't complain, will we? This dugout feature is quite cool as well. I quite like this too. It's a nice little feature just to keep an eye on what's being said by the coaching team as well and your assistant. So here's Alsacer coming forward. We're going to need to press him, boys. PK's doing a good job of that. It forces him into a mistake. It's Lionel Messi on the ball now. Messi he should have played it central to Griezmann. We're back on the ball though. Messi with the ball at the byline. Is that a penalty as well? I think that was outside of the box though. It is going to another VAR review. 13 minutes gone. Second VAR review of the game already. I think it was outside the box, and I'm sure that's what they're looking at. Let's have a look what they're going to say here. No penalty. Not surprised it did look out the box, didn't it? That seems to take a while, didn't it, for him to just get to the centre of the pitch and go, no penalty. New shouts as well. Let's have a look. We are going to demand more. That's the favourite one, isn't it? Demand more. We're going to keep doing that. Fire up is a new one, and focus. 2 new ones there. We need to work out what really works best. Roberto swings the ball in. It's a mistake from the keeper. Messi's rebound is blocked. What a strange thing that happened there. I don't know how. I think Messi's effort hit 2 players, and Fati was offside in the end. We started this game really, really well indeed. I know it was a penalty to put us up. Alsacia's come really deep. We are playing with a high line. We've got to be careful he doesn't get in behind. Here's Maya Gomez into Parejo. Alsacia now on the ball. Laporte, he gets past Laporte, and there's a strike, and it is 1-1. And Shukwies, if that's how you say it, we'll call him Samuel, has equalised. So Villarreal's first real attack of the game. And it's poor defending. I think this is quite poor. Was this Laporte or was it PK? PK getting close. It was Laporte. He got past Laporte too easy. For a guy we just brought in, that's poor defending. He should have dealt with that. And Villarreal are back into it. It is 1-1 here at Villarreal. I don't know what their stadium is called. So that was their first shot at the goal, and they scored from it. You'll notice as well, expected goals is a new thing. I've been keeping an eye on that through pre-season. Quite interesting. We've been getting roughly around 2 expected goals per game, which isn't too bad. Of course, opposition has been pretty poor. We did score against Bayern Munich twice as well. There's a lovely finish from Lionel Messi. Second goal of the season for him. He started off really well. This is why I didn't want to get rid of him. Although we haven't really got rid of anyone other than Braithwaite. That's hardly a rebuild so far, is it? But we're actually struggling to get real money for players. Jordi Alba, I mean, we're trying to get 30 odd million from him. His value is 35 million. And the highest offer we received was from Paris Saint-Germain of 16 million. We're not doing that, are we? Ridiculous. 2-1 here to Barca. I mean, look, expected goals, here you go, 1.26 for us, 0.15 for them. And here's Roberto on the ball now into Sergio Busquets de Jong. Out wide to Griezmann. Griezmann's already on the yellow card. Griezmann, lovely strike. It is straight at the keeper. And it is still Villarreal 1, Barcelona 2. So here's the dugout thing. Look, add the team instructions, stay on feet. We will take notice of these. I didn't tend to do it much on FM20, but we will do it this year. Some half-time backroom advice. Here's the expected goals again. It does like throwing this at you. Of course, we look like the team to score most because we had 8 shots, 6 on target. They've only had 1 shot and 1 on target, which, of course, they did score from. So let's have a look at the team talk then. Should we throw a water bottle? I don't think it deserves that. They deserve that right now. We are going to pump fist. Say, you've played well so far, but there is still room for improvement. I normally like saying no room for complacency, but we'll go with that. I'm still trying to get familiar with these whole team talks. Down the bottom there, of course, there are hearts rather than numbers for fitness, so it's got to kind of get used to keeping an eye on that, really. My microphone's right in the way. I really do need a mic arm for some of them players. What on earth's happened now? I've looked up, and Alcesa has equalised. I was looking at the conditions, and I just saw the keeper on the floor and palm it back into the 6-yard box where Alcesa was there to equalise. Let's have a look at this again. What on earth happened? So Alberto's on the ball, pings it. What is the keeper doing there? He's going miles wide. Neto has had an absolute disaster there, hasn't he? So it hasn't taken long, is it? First game, we're having goalkeeping problems. 50 minutes on the clock. Villarreal 2, Barca 2. We are going to look at the shouts. We are going to berate them. Let's berate them, see what that does. Hopefully it gets a reaction out of them. We're having a look at the fitness levels. All the front guys, apart from Fati, are looking like they're getting tired in the game. Here come Villarreal again coming forward. Jordi Alba does well. His pal Messi looking to get involved there and dispossess the ball, which he doesn't manage to do so. Villarreal looking to come forward again now. We're getting tight to them, but they're getting past us pretty easily. They're in the box. Don't bring him down, and it's into the side net. And I thought PK was going to come across and bring him down there. So we are on a 65th minute. Let's have a look at some substitutions. They're making a few changes. Look at the front. Look at these 3. Coutinho, Griezmann and Fati all having nightmares. We are going to put Griezmann up top. Fati is going to come off, and we're going to chuck on Ousmane Dembele there. I think that's a sensible move. Might look at Pedri for Coutinho as well. I mean, Pedri, advanced playmaker. We'll chuck him on attack. Let's get him closer to Griezmann. Other than that, I wonder if we can get these boys overlapping a bit more. They are coming forward. Can't really get much attacking and very attacking, can you? So we will just go with this for now. So Pedri and Dembele on. Let's give them a little team talk. Hands on hips. Looking for you to make a difference for us. Hopefully that make a difference. They're still composed. So we'll confirm them subs and we'll go with that. So hopefully them boys can make a difference for us. We're going to go shorter passing as the assistant recommends. Why not? Might as well see what he can do for us. We are going to shout at the boys and fire them up a little bit. We're going to remain attacking as well to try and get this winning goal here at Villarreal. They're a tough side, I told you. 5th in the league last year. But when you're Barcelona, you want to win a league, you should be trying to win this game. We should look to introduce fresh legs ahead of Messi and Griezmann. Well, it's too late for that. It's going to be 2-2, and it is. It's a disappointing draw. We limited them to not very many chances. We had 8 chances, 8 shots on goal, and a goalkeeping howler. Not the ideal start to this game, is it? To this save. So what we are going to do, I mean, they're looking quite motivated here. I'm not happy. We're going to throw the bottle. We're going to throw the bottle. Why not? And they seem motivated over it. The bottle has split and the water's gone everywhere at them. So hopefully that is a little kick up the bum for them to say next game you need to be a lot better. Real Madrid won earlier in the day, so they've already got a 2-point advantage over us, which is no good. But hey ho, it's only game 1. there's plenty of time to stamp my authority on this team and hopefully make some more signings before the transfer window. But of course, we've got to get rid of some of the old guard as well before we do that. We take on Atletico Madrid next, who by the looks of it lost their first game. Who did they lose to? They lost away to Atletico Bilbao. So hopefully we can beat Atletico Madrid. We are away to them as well in the next game. So let's head across to the schedule then and have a look what's going on. So disappointing draw there against Villareal. However, we will bring you back. We'll play a few games. We'll probably come back for a home game. Let's show you a bit of Camp Nou action for Real Hispalis. My pronunciations are so poor. Probably not great for me to start in a foreign league. That's who we're coming back for, Real Hispalis. If that is how you pronounce it, let me know in the comments how I am butchering their name. And that's about 8 games in, so it'll give us an idea of how we started the season. Hopefully I'm not sacked by then. Otherwise that would be disastrous, wouldn't it? A 1-episode series. That wouldn't be good, would it? But guys, thank you for that. Thank you for your patience in this episode. It's been quite a long one. I wanted to kind of try and show you a few features of the game. It always is a long one when you're trying to do a bit of a transfer window, a bit of pre-season. But of course, normally I don't show you the first game of the season. But I thought we had to show you the match engine on the first episode for Football Manager 2021. But guys, if you did enjoy it though, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here and want to continue following the Barcelona adventure for the rest of the beta. See you next time here on Reesy FC. Thank you very much for watching.